What it do, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patrick and this is Porché Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the week of February 3rd through the 8th. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you get a chance. I would really appreciate it. Going to be pulling some overarching energy, not from Untethered Souls. Untethered Souls we will use to pull some advice. We will get overarching energy from the Sacred Destiny deck. We'll also pull the reading from the Mystic Mondays deck, and we'll clarify with the Light Seers deck. There will be an extended reading that is linked in the description box below. And without further ado, Aquarius, let's get to it. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Let's get to that first. Happy birthday. We are in your season and I feel it. Flexibility, overarching energy. So over this week, we're going to be looking at just being more flexible, whatever that means to you. I think it has to do with being movable. Aquarius, you are a fixed air sign, which is I know. The key phrase for your sign is I know. So this is a time to sort of look towards, there's your nature, which is I know, being fixed, being in what you know, and then there's also just being flexible, which is what I see for you in this time period, okay? Underneath the deck, we have the Four of Wands coming in. So there's a lot of stability. The Four of Wands can sometimes mean relationship, marriage, celebrations. What I'm getting is just a lot of stability here showing up for you. You can see this structure is very stable. We have pillars that go all around this structure. So it is a passion. The wands do represent passion, fire energy, but this is some sort of passion that's coming in that can last in the long term. This can also mean like celebrations and things like that as well. So take that as it resonates. You are showing up as the Six of Cups in this moment. So for some reason, this reading speaks towards probably something that has recently ended or ended for you at some point. This is Scorpio energy showing up as the situation, the Death card. So something probably has ended for you. Time period wise, this could have been, you know, end of October, early November, but it doesn't have to be. You seem to be going back to it. So there's some sort of nostalgia here. There's some sort of opportunity here also for a reconciliation. So the potential for somebody to come back from the past, somebody coming back from something that recently ended. The opportunity here is the Hanged Woman. So something may have ended a while ago or some time ago. You may have thought it was over. You may have thought it was done, but it looks like you've been waiting. Maybe you've been waiting patiently for something to come back around for you. And it looks like you specifically in this moment are looking for some sort of reconciliation, some person or opportunity from the past is coming back around. I think you're aware of it. I do think you're aware of it, whatever it is. If you're not, then you're going to be made aware very soon. The universe is working on the Five of Wands. So there may have been some competition that you were unaware of. There may have been some conflict or some strong opinions, possibly a lot of people around. If this was a situation that ended in the past, it may have had to do with somebody that was dealing with lots of different opinions. Specifically, like when I think of like relationships and love, even when I think about jobs and things like that, there may have been multiple people talking, lots of cooks in the kitchen in a situation, so to speak, that you may not have been aware of, but the universe has been working on that. When I say the term third party, what comes to mind for you? So it could have been somebody, if this is a situation in dating, which is probably some of you, it could have been somebody dating lots of different people. This also could have just been somebody that ran their ran their situation across a bunch of friends and got a lot of opinions, talked to a bunch of different family, that sort of energy. What you don't see is there is a Queen of Pentacles energy here. So, I mean, it could have been strong opinions, potentially from a mother figure or somebody that was around. The Queen of Pentacles is really like the Earth Mother energy, very strongly related to all the queens, but specifically the Empress energy is here, which is the Divine Mother. So when you think of the mother, this could also be your mother that's specifically influencing this. By and large, as far as an energy for the Queen of Pentacles, and again, this is something that you don't see, it's pretty slow energy, influencing, nurturing. The energy of the Queen of Pentacles like knows how to take care of themselves, knows how to take care of business, is very abundant. So whatever that sort of triggers for you in your thought process, Aquarius, is what I would think about. But specifically in this situation, something may have ended because of somebody's mother, or running something by somebody's mother, or even somebody that may have been afraid of the opinion of their mother or your mother. So take that as it resonates. Doesn't have to be, could also just be the energy of this nurturing person, or a person that comes off as very nurturing and comes off as very responsible for somebody's physical well-being, somebody's money, that sort of thing. In the near future, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So there is this new gift coming in. You could have money coming in at this time. You could also have a new offer in terms of a job. If this has to do with relationships, with a relationship, which I do see for some of you, this could have to do with the opportunity, a new beginning in terms of maybe a new date, the opportunity to spend more time with somebody. Specifically time is what I'm getting, because in the recent past, you felt like you were sort of stuck in your mind. Maybe something ended and you weren't really sure why. In this situation, you were like, wait, we were having these great conversations, we were spending a lot of time together, and then it ended and it left you sort of in your mind in a way that you didn't know how to get out of. You may have been thinking about this a lot, may have been stressing you out, and you know, you may have moved on. I mean, I feel like you in this situation, you may have been the one that ended it, or maybe you said something that was pretty sharp-tongued. The Knight of Swords is an energy of speaking truth, but sometimes the truth can come off as harsh, sharp tongue. And again, when I think of your energy, Aquarius, and that fixed nature, the fixed sign, this is how it is, this is the way that I see it. You may have evolved past that in the last couple months. For some reason, I'm getting some time has passed from this situation. If not, I think you may have dealt with a time that you were a little bit inflexible. And again, take that as it resonates. So you were inflexible, so you ended something. And you are showing up as the person that ended that. I'm getting that pretty strongly. It doesn't have to be. Maybe somebody ended it. Maybe you said something that ended a situation that I feel like I'm getting the term ultimatum here. Whether you realized it or not, you may have given somebody an ultimatum in this situation. What's events that are right in front of you is the Princess of Pentacles. So again, this new offer that's coming in, you got the Princess of Pentacles and you also have the Ace of Pentacles showing up in the near future. So somebody's coming in with some sort of offer. You may also be dealing with somebody that is coming in to teach you something. Getting a lot of Pentacles in this reading. I mean, it's pretty well split. I just have Scorpio energy in terms of signs. So you may be dealing with a Scorpio or somebody with strong Scorpio in their chart. But this does have to do with something about your money or about the way that you literally spend your time. I'm not getting a ton of love except for this, like this energy of the Six of Cups showing up. So this may have had more to do with somebody wanting to spend more time with you. Maybe they weren't ready to offer you some sort of cup of love in this situation. And it looks like if somebody does come back, they're wanting to offer you more time. This is also maybe something that you can learn about, Aquarius, about how to spend your time more fruitfully and how to learn the things that you need to learn, and perhaps how to spend your time manifesting what you want. Because again, I do see the Four of Wands can oftentimes mean it's passion, but it's also, it can mean like higher levels of commitment. It can mean relationship. It can mean you know, even a higher level of commitment with a job, a new title, taking a new job or responsibility, and really celebrating that. So I am getting something more long-term for you, but it is coming in as an offer that you may not necessarily, it's coming in as time for me, time. The ability and the time. Your hopes and fears have to do with the Knight of Pentacles. So again, lots of pentacles here. I just get the sense that you are afraid of things moving too slowly, or there's a hope there that as my words sort of penetrate your psyche and you're thinking about the things that may come, you're sort of hoping maybe somebody was just moving slower than expected. I think your fear was that there was a lot going on or some things going on around you that you weren't necessarily, you didn't want to get yourself tangled into. So you may have ended something so that you didn't get yourself tangled up in a situation that had to do with lots of other people. But getting the sense that in the hopes and fears, part of this, you just wanted to move. There's action here, but it's very slow action. The Knight of Pentacles can have to do with routines and hobbies and the things that people do, you know, that keep them going day to day. And it can be a very, very slow energy that can sometimes halt progress. Sorry that this keeps going in and out. I don't know if you can tell, but I seem to be pretty concerned about it. What's showing up in the outcome is the Nine of Swords. So some sort of stressful situation, some sleepless nights here. I think the more flexible you are in the situation, Aquarius, the less in this Nine of Swords energy that you are going to be. I think that there's an opportunity for you to learn how to see things from a new perspective, how to slow things down, how to deal with uncertainty. This card can also mean illumination or divine light showing up for you, some sort of new revelation showing up for you. But I think it has to do with things being slower than you want them to be, or things being slower than expected. And again, we have this Nine of Swords showing up and your outcome. I think there's an opportunity to learn how to deal with stress a little bit more, learn how to deal with sleepless nights and that sort of energy. How you cope is where your growth is going to come from. And I just get the sense that the more flexible you are in the situation, the better you're going to be in the long term. So I'm going to clarify a couple cards when I get into the extended. Definitely going to clarify this ending that happened with the Scorpio energy. We do see the Death card showing up right as this situation. Also want to clarify the Four of Wands. Something long-term is here for you, and I'd like to see what that is. But before I do that, let's get some advice on this situation. Advice for Aquarius. You are a great being who has been given a tremendous opportunity to explore beyond yourself. You are a great being who has been given a tremendous opportunity to explore beyond yourself. So there's a call for flexibility here. I think you're going to be learning something from somebody else. There was a situation in the past that has ended. I can't get a beat on when it was. It was possibly end of October, early November, sometime before Thanksgiving is what I'm getting here. Something ended for you, and there's an opportunity here for you to learn from that situation. I think it's coming back around, or you're wanting it to come back around. But in order to do that, you're gonna have to be flexible. There's the gray area that you live in, right? Where there's the black and the white, and we tend to be there. And then there's this middle ground, which is the gray area. And I'm getting the sense that in this moment, you have to learn how to live a little bit more in the gray area. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I'm going to clarify this ending as well as this long-term thing that's coming, and to figure out what happens after this stressful moment. I think that's going to be temporary. So we'll see what we find in the extended. There's a link in the description box below. Otherwise, Aquarius, I will see you next week.